Good afternoon. Time to wrap it up for this February the 3rd, 2015. Can you believe it? The end of another trading day. What a day we had. We came in liking the long side on the E-mini. First trade was to get long, and we had support 15 to 20. We wanted to buy 2022 and then 15 to 17, so this was our buy area. We had resistance right here, so this is our sell area, and our 35 area plus or minus our number 2 sell level did produce some profitable trades. So really a great day of trading. And again, the trade the best trade of the day came right down here on these mean green trades. When we got involved later, right up in here, this one could have been a winner. This one maybe a scratch. Then we had a beautiful head and shoulders pattern right here. That's one nice winning trade. Another retest failure right here for another wonderful trade. And then the market starts to go. And then over lunch, we talked about that the direction of this market most likely was higher. And that the trade was from the long side. And we make it up to 2040 off of that. So really a good day of trading. Right down here you can see the volume. This started to go long. You can see right in this area that all of a sudden the buying, the blue is much more prominent than the red. No reason not to expect a retest of these highs. When we went to the F2 screen, you could see that the volume was clearly a P. And I mean, there just isn't a reason not to trade from the long side, except that you might be wrong. You can see right now how volume is a P, while the TPO letters were definitely a B. Volume is the key. It's volume that drives the market. Volume's moving higher in the distribution. Volume's moving higher. Volume's moving higher. Volume's moving higher. So as long as volume is moving higher in the distribution, this market can trade up. Crude oil prices, weakness in crude oil prices took us down. Crude closed today at 52.77. Several articles out that the bottom for crude oil is in. Don't know if that's true or not, but we've come a long way in a couple of days when you take a look at this. So in crude oil, in 3 days we come over 10 bucks. So we were able to get through this 2020 area. The 45 area to 50 would be the next resistance area up in here. Volume in this distribution at 38 has pulled us up to it. So looking at the F1 screen for the E-mini, it's a buy. Looking at the F2 screen for the E-mini, once again, nothing but P's behind us. If we were to close right here in the 38 area, definitely would be a buy. We've got this area up here at 48 where the volume is. So we're right at 40 right now. So 44, 46 would be sell 1. And 50, 52 would be sell 2. Obviously, selling failure to take out this 40 area based in the overnight session would be a trade that could set up 2. On the buy side, the breakout came from 35, so our 35 area, plus or minus, would be buy 1, and then our second area, buy 2 for the 30 area. So really a great day of trading. It's just get the direction right, and everything else falls into place. The government authorities are reporting that it was the Jordanian pilot that was burnt alive. I tell you, ISIS, they're out to create terror. Anybody and anybody that they deal with, the objective is to get them to lay down their arms and to surrender without putting up a fight. It's the playbook from 640 AD. Very effective over time. Okay, this is the note. lower high, lower low, the screen tells us we're sellers. And if the E-mini continues to rally, that certainly will stay true. And this is what the distribution looks like, and we'll put this together like this and perhaps a move out a little. But we talked today that if the E-mini was to rally, that this market should sell, and we came into this as sellers this morning. Wanted the short side first. We talked about why earlier. We were looking at nothing but B's. And I mean, pretty easy to make these kind of calls when you have the structure in front of you. Back in the old days, if you had more than a 6-tick tail, you could not turn the market around without a new piece of news. Right here we have a move out of the middle. You do not want to have a limit buy at the value area low or against this low down here. You want to see what happens. You got plenty of time to get long. You got to be short in a hurry. So the close was 2.5. Last rotate up stopped at 5.5, then up at 6.5, and we have this low over here at 7. So 5 to 9 will be sell 1, then 11 to 15 for sell 2. ADP private employment tomorrow, 230K. That would be a negative for the stock, for the financials. It would be a positive for the stock market. ISM services at 56.5, negative for financials, positive for the stock market. And crude inventories. On the buy side, headed a little bit lower. We got this low over here, 29, gets stops beneath that, so we'll play for 25, 29 for buy 1. I'm going to circle 01. A lot of it depends if the E-mini does not rally. We're going to have to pay up, get long in the morning. And then 17 to 21 for buy 2. You know, when you think about the the bargain that was made with the devil by the money in the Persian Gulf states, Saudi Arabia especially, that you know, we'll fund you, we'll build all the mosques and that you want. You just take your terror someplace else. Now Saudi Arabia has had to build a 600-mile fence, and they're getting help from other people in the Middle East to help defend themselves against ISIS. And when you get movements that are driven by religious beliefs, there's more to it than just the money. And they make for very, very dedicated, very, very fierce, and in this case, barbaric opponents, and not to be taken lightly. And Saudi isn't. You just have to wonder when they're going to cut off the funding for it. Okay, the knob spread held today. It did not widen. So it's a 19 plus or minus buy, and it's a 20.5 sell so far. So it's come off a 1.5 in like 2 days. That's a lot of correction, but they have not. We've gotten stops beneath this point over here. The market is pointed lower, so we'll make 29.01 for buy 1 and buy 2, 21 to 25. On the sell side, we have this low right here at 13. Pretty aggressive all the way up to 18, so we'll make 13 to 17 sell 1. And then we'll make, the spill was from 24, 23 to 27 for sell 2. Hard to see us getting up to the number 2 level on this, though. Okay, gold got some short covering. Nancy, come on. Yeah, no kidding. One of the interesting things in our business, if somebody says it's never happened before, I don't know what it is or why it is, but it seems to happen pretty quickly after that. Okay, gold is still under pressure. If the stock markets rally, it should be a little lower. We've got stops beneath 52 over here. So 55, 57 by 1, and 50, 52 by 2. 64, 66, 68. So 65, 67, sell 1, and 70, 72, sell 2. Well, good news for all you people that didn't sign up for Obamacare out there. The IRS is going to waive fines for 2014, but not for 2015. What a mess the Democrat Party hung us with. Just a disaster. People losing their doctors of long time. There's nothing good that can be said about it. And we still have 10 million people uninsured, which is about what we had back in those days. It's just, you can't devise a worse solution than a committee decision from the government. Look at that, 54.22. This thing has rallied $10 in 3 days. Amazing. What do you mean explain the ESTPO profile also? I do not understand the question. Okay, we're at 52.63. So 53 plus or minus, sell 1. And 50.50, sell 2. It's such a big market for sell 2. 52 1/4, buy 1. And then our breakout was in 51.50, 51.50, 51.75. The article out from one of the reporting oil field service saying that the rigs that are being set aside, the properties that are not being drilled, are those in the tighter shale oil, smaller reservoirs for vertical drilling. The high-quality prospects are still being drilled, and those rigs stay active. And the reason for that is that you got to replace reserves. Stuff you pump out of the ground, you got to go find new stuff, or you go out of business. And that makes some sense. I mean, there's never oil drilling never completely stops. Okay, we had 115 that we said was a great structural sell. I still like that. So 15, 15, 10, sell 1. 40 to 50, sell 2. The breakout came from 14.50, so 50 to 60, buy 1. And then 14.15, 14.25 for buy 2. Didn't see any specific article, again, assigning, any specific news to the rally in the euro. Hey, that's it and I'll be back as soon as I go stop the recording and everything, and we'll see if we can't get the TPOs on the E-mini question answered. But you need to give me a little more information there, what you want me to talk about. Back in a couple.